everything's always working out for me. I've been to all these places. I've renewed my lease on the street. Everything's divine timing. We instantly just clicked. Ladies and genitals, welcome back to my main channel. Today I'm going to show you my secret formula to creating vision boards, and if you haven't watched my last video, go watch it. Very personal video, but we will be bringing back the vlogs on another channel. These are all of my vision boards, or vision journals rather, throughout the years, and I'm going to show you how it manifests. So some things, don't expect them to manifest immediately. Like, don't be disappointed if it doesn't manifest in the year you make your board, because how I like to see vision boards is whatever I put down, I trust the process. I know that one day it's going to come to me. So 2022, this was last year, right? 2022, if you watched the last video, it was a really bad year for me, and not too many of these things manifested, but this year it really did. I said this is the year where I start my brand. I started my brand last year. We actually didn't end up going through with it. I never actually addressed this in a video, but the manufacturing process and like our team was killing us. We were just draining like tens of thousands of dollars, and my business partner, it was not good. Law for another time. Lots of success, lots of travel. I did go to Europe that year, but I didn't travel at all. This year though was the year where I lived in I think I lived in 7 different countries this year. The men are not gonna like this one, but I put lots of men who love me and are billionaires, and word up. I guess that's a great introduction to, in January, in Triple S Society, where you just get more content from me, coaching, and access to an amazing community. Next month is dating month, and the inventor of Data Collection, who is like my mentor and one of my best friends, like CEO, super successful guy who created like half of me, he is going to be jumping in for this month, so go apply now. Anyways, my travel destinations, you guys, these photos I put on, I wasn't necessarily like I want to go to these places. It just represented a vibe I like. I've been to all these places, including this place, New Zealand. I didn't expect to go to New Zealand. That was really random. How that happened was Kathleen wanted to go to the weekend concert in Auckland, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll come with you. This little magical one, this is what happened this year. At the beginning, I showed you how to do it. You can go watch that video, but I said, my 2023 vision journal, this is what I want the year to represent. And I put like happiness, growth, soul tribe, as many new experiences as possible, and damn did I have like a lot. A new home. So I ventured out this year to all these different countries because I wanted to find a new home. The law behind this, the law is I went Paris. Paris is gonna be my home. And then Paris led me to Dubai because of the whole tax thing. Funny. Anyways. Then I put my 2023 mottos. Number 1, say yes, have more fun. I did have that. Number 2, my life is perfect. 3, my life keeps getting better and better. 4, everything's always working out for me. 5, I'm supernaturally lucky. 6, I am a winner. Then I like to dedicate each individual page to something I want to manifest. So this was my soul family, and okay, I'm going to tell you a story on how crazy this is. So I would say I have 3 best friends, and my 3 best friends, we have like this soul connection. Like, it's truly some soulmate type of thing where they're just meant to be in your life, and the way they are in my life and help me excel and I help them excel and learn, it was just like divine. And I'll tell these stories one day. You know, Kathleen's one of them, Alex, who's my business partner, and then it's Yasmin. So I met Yasmin in Paris. She was a subscriber of mine. She was a huge fan. In fact, she's actually years younger than me. We met in Paris and we instantly just clicked. We spent every single day together, and then like, it's funny, by the end of the week I felt this connection to her, and I was like, dude, you're like my best friend. And she's like, oh, I feel the same way. And it's just this connection I haven't felt before. And like, each one of my friendships, especially my best friends, it's such a unique connection. You can't even compare it. Like, I cannot compare my friendship with Kathleen to Yasmin. They're so like different, while they're both so powerful and important. It's just interesting how these soulmates manifest at divine times in your life. And Yasmin and I always say, when we don't believe in love or soulmates, we think about how we met and how we just couldn't have predicted this type of connection, and then that makes us believe in love again. So yeah, I put like soul family here, just like people having fun. Soul family, I feel like I definitely manifested that. And then Happiness and peace. You know what? I think I manifested so much of this, and if you watched my previous video, I really needed it this year. And I think I'm just a lot more peaceful, especially with like the natural turbulence of life. Okay, this part's private, but it's kind of funny. So I had no intention of going to Paris at the beginning of the year, let me say that. But how funny is this? Paris, mind you, I've been to Paris like 3 times before I made this journal, so it just happened to be in here. I never thought, oh, I'm gonna go to Paris. How did this play out? This is how powerful journals are. So I went to Bali. I ended up meeting a subscriber in Bali, Malek. She is from Paris, and I wanted to go to Europe in the summer, but I knew I would be alone. It would be another solo trip, and I was kind of afraid. And then she said, Simone, come to Paris this summer. And I was like, you know what? You just telling me to come is enough for me to come. So I went. If you know the story, I'll post it here. I ended up finding an Airbnb from a guy on Hinge who was like lovely. Everything worked out so good. So yeah, Malek from Bali, a subscriber, she led me to Paris, which led me to Yasmin, which this whole thing led me to Dubai. It's so random. You know, it just really shows how divine things are. I have a list of all the qualities I want in a guy. And you know, this year, I didn't really want a boyfriend. I've renewed my lease on the streets, okay? But I had my list. Oh, and we'll talk about this more next month in S dating video, and I'll release a data collection video publicly. But yeah, just like the caliber of men I date and the type I attract, it's like vision board worthy. Any of them my soulmate? No. And I said I think the reason the universe does this is because I really alternate between settling and like getting a boyfriend or a husband and then staying on the streets, because I love the streets. Like, I renew my lease all the time. I love it here. So I always joke that the universe will send me like elements of my perfect man in all these guys, and if I just combined all the hoes into one, oh, that's my man right there. And recently I would say I met this guy who I was like, okay, he's husband, but I wasn't really sure. I'm like, I don't know, something's missing. But like, he is the most husband I've ever met. Like, he came so close to everything on my list. And I talked to my friends about him because I was like, oh, I'm not really sure if I should like continue with this, just because I'm not ready to get off the streets, number one. Number two, he was missing like 5 things on that list out of a list of 140. And you may say, hey Simone, go and settle. It didn't feel entirely right to me. Also, I believe you can't miss what is meant for you. Additionally, I felt like the universe sent this guy to me. It happened in the most unique way possible. Like, no dating apps, nothing. Couldn't have predicted it happening, to be honest. And I feel like the universe sent him to me as a sign that like that type of guy is out there. And also as a sign that like, hey, keep manifesting, girl. And those 5 qualities will be complete in another man, plus the other 140. And then people are asking, what do you do for the rest of the journal? I didn't travel with this journal, so I did nothing. But what I did at the beginning of the year was I would do my affirmations, watch that video, and I'd write it 55 times every day. My life is so perfect. My life is so perfect. I really love the my life is so perfect affirmation, because I think it just encapsulates everything. Whatever you envision your perfect life to be, that will obviously manifest. And it really helps your mindset, because if you have a tough time thinking positively, if you just start saying, oh, my life is perfect, well, yeah, it is. Congrats. So yeah, that is my journal for the year, and we're gonna make a new one this year. I'm really excited. Everything is divine timing, so you have to leave some of it up to the universe. I've said this before, but if you're like forcing things, you're just interfering with a divine plan, and there's no like right or wrong pathway in life, right? So say you're choosing between 2 different things or 2 different timings, like you want XYZ thing to happen now versus later. And you think if it happens later, well, surely it's wrong and has to happen now. No, every decision you make leads you somewhere right. So you can't even guarantee that something happening right now is going to be better than later on. You can't even predict that that thing not happening to you was bad for you. It might actually have been good and in your highest favor, but you couldn't decide that until the end of your life. When you look back on your life, or you couldn't decide it until you actually went down that pathway and you were like, well, damn, this didn't work out. So I think simply just having a lot of faith in the process and the universe, or God, whoever you want to believe in, that's the best way to go about it. Said this before, but some people expect like, oh, I'm going to become a billionaire in a year. Like, that's pretty unrealistic, you know. And sure, you'll be like, oh, the universe, there's nothing unrealistic. And like, facts, perhaps in your lifetime it might not be unrealistic to become a billionaire, but like in 1 year, if like you have no skills, you're not doing anything to get there, come on. Start in baby steps. Baby steps is, in my opinion, the fastest way to manifest, because you actually want to be able to build momentum. So like 1 year, you say, I want to manifest my first 6 figures, 100k. Next year, I want to manifest 500k or 1 mil. And then from there, you build momentum, and then you can spiral. And then one day on your vision board, you're going to put, yes, I want that 1 billy.
2003. They're so nice, that boys. Young Hindu, shouty. Emotional boys, 2001. Emotional shouty, seen this bitch. Machiavelli. Bitches come and go, bro. But you know I stay. Bitches come and go, bro. But you know I stay. Got my balls licked by a Zoe that Chanel. Looking like a cocaine addict. Razor blade to your head. Conflict. I'm a contradicting shit. Being on all people's houses is an inflict. 2003 shit. This ain't no splitting bill shit. I'm a peel bananas kiss while listening to R. Kelly's greatest hits.
Shout of dogs forever. Do stronger for you. Norman Rockwell. No, I under it's just me and you. I got me on my list. Venice bitch. Of the neighborhood kiss. Some no bang kiss kiss. You're in the eye, I like the fire, and as the summer fades away, nothing can say. You right eye to we make it work. You're beautiful and I'm insane. We're American made. Give me Hallmark. One dream under one lover. Make me happy and blue. Norman Rockwell. No high under. I'll cover this, right? It's just me and you. Oh God, miss you on my list. It gives me a little kind of speech on the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, they think you're in the eye. I like the fire as the summer fades away. Do you think we can stay? You right, I do, we make it work. American made. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Oh God, miss you on my lips. Gives me a little kind of speech on the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Yeah. You should probably come over. Hanging around on, you should probably coming over. Oh God, it's on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Touch me with your fingertips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Back in the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. In the sun, the diamonds, better winds and a clover. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, whoa, whatever. Me, myself, I like diamonds, better winds and a clover. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love.